Hey, round two in our training on toleration. So, hopefully, you took the past 2 days and you did some journaling to ask yourself your level of commitment, right? I asked you to step into your commitment. And this speaks volumes to exactly where you are right now. You decided that you wanted to do this training and lean into some personal growth. But then it's really a matter of asking yourself, what does all in look like, right? How are you showing up or not showing up? What's the energy behind it? And taking full responsibility, which we're going to get into a little bit later this week. If you're blaming your busy schedule, if you're blaming your kids, if you're blaming other priorities, that's a choice. Own that. You're tolerating that. And showing up all in and making a commitment to yourself, to this journey, to actually getting the results that you're looking for, requires probably setting a new minimum standard for yourself and what you do prioritize versus what you don't. And if you don't prioritize your health, then taking responsibility and ownership for that and accepting the fact that, well, that's what you're tolerating. So I hope that makes sense. Just a little review. And the next thing that I asked you to do was to tap into what you now tolerate, right? So it's making that commitment, deciding that you're all in, and then looking around and seeing what you have chosen in your life up until this point. And that's why you have the life that you have, because this was your minimum standard. So if you don't like something, particularly something about your health or a habit that you have related to your health, then it's deciding to no longer accept it. You are no longer available for it. So today, let's go to step 3. What is your new level of toleration? So this is a super fun exercise, right? You're going to look at everything you've tolerated up until this point, and you're going to literally flip it on its head. What is the absolute minimum? The base. The thing where anything less than X is totally and completely unacceptable in your life from now on. And that's the beauty of this. Guys, whatever led you here, cool. Now you're in the moment. And from here, you can just declare a new belief and start leaning into it. I know I'm making it sound easy, but I think that's also part of the mindset. The thing you want to do is just be black and white here, right? It is this old way. It is no longer welcome in my life or in my environment. This person, this thing, if it does not get done according to my new minimum standard, that's it. It's on me. I take responsibility for that, right? Because we are in that energy of full commitment, of being all in. So what does that look like? Let me just give you a couple of examples. We all have some minimum standards in our lives, right? And most of us here on this training in this program, we very likely wouldn't find ourselves homeless and destitute, because our minimum standard, it's not even in our capability to dream that, to think that, right? If things got so bad and we were so down and out, each and every one of you would do what you have to do to survive, to use your resources and to find a place to live. That is a minimum standard, right? You can't be homeless. It's not in you. You don't have the capacity for it. If push came to shove, you would figure it out. It's something that I know I would not let happen. It's likely that you would not let that happen. Another example is, and this is a radical example, but I think it'll really drive the point home. You probably, hopefully, God willing, have a minimum standard set for yourself that you would not give your kids a cigarette. I mean, most of us have that minimum standard for ourselves. It's not even in our It's not even in our world to even consider, right? Because the minimum standard is I would never smoke. But God forbid you would ever give a child a cigarette. Like, that's a standard you've set for yourself. You do not tolerate smoking for kids, period. It's your rule, it's your law, and you've said it, and that's it. It's just the standard to which you live by, and anything less is unacceptable. So I hope that drives the point home of what I'm talking about. So you can set this decree for yourself with regard to your health and your habits around workouts, around nutrition, how you're nourishing your body, around your sleep, how much you get, what the quality of that sleep is like, right? So this is so super powerful when it comes to trying to make changes in your health. If you want to get the results that you so deeply desire, it really comes down to setting up your mindset with these minimum standards. It's really powerful. So journal on this. Just let your pen go and think about what is your new level of toleration. For me, I like doing little mini decrees. I like prompting myself with this like a sentence starter. I declare ... I claim the belief ... I no longer tolerate ... I am no longer available for ... And that helps me kind of create my own personal manifesto. And every time I feel like my commitment needs some solidifying, I read my manifesto. So here are your tasks to get after. And we've got really every area of life to look at. So as I've said before, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So journal on your new level of toleration. Have fun with this, guys. This is so empowering. It lights me up to talk about it. After establishing your new level of commitment, right, and you've identified what you've tolerated up to this point, it's now time to figure out, well, what do you like? What do you want? What are you going to tolerate from here on in? Be super detailed. Now, one last prompt I'm going to give you in this specific exercise is starting the sentence, in 12 months, what's my new level of toleration in my finances, in my relationships, in my health, in my energy, in my business or career, in my knowledge, in my self-care. Okay, so all areas of your life. In 12 months, what's my new level of toleration in all areas of your life? Journal it out. Think about it, right? Now, what is it going to look like? Right? So anything less than what you are envisioning for yourself is unacceptable. Okay? That's the exercise. So you're going to journal that out. Take some time, lean into all areas of your life, decide what your new level of toleration is going to look like in 12 months. Okay, now, second piece of the exercise. So you're going to do that first. Here's where we're going to have fun. Here's where I'm playing with your mind. I'm going to light shit up for you. Number 2, now you have this great vision of what life is going to be like 12 months out, right? It's going to be freaking dope. It's going to be freaking amazing. Why the hell wait 12 months, girls? Let's call it in now. And guess what? You can do that with ease. Because here's the thing. Time is really just an illusion. And I know I sound like probably like a John Lennon song. I think maybe he sang a song about that. Or somebody did. But that's not like weird woo-woo stuff. It's a choice. If we decide that this new level of toleration that we're claiming is going to create a life for us 12 months down the road, that it's going to take a long time to get there, then it will take a long time to get there. It's a choice. If you want to believe that your best body is going to take a really long time and be really hard work to achieve, then it will be. That's it, right? You wake up in the morning, you decide it's going to be a good day. It's probably going to be a good day. Even if bad stuff happens, you can still control how you feel about it. But if you set the tone that it's going to be a bad day, not so good. So, if you believe that this is easy and this is fun and that it can happen starting today, then it does. How do you do that, right? How do you create an experience where you are actually in this? Great book called The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. If you've never read it, I would say definitely pick it up. It's super powerful. I've read it. I can't even tell you how many times. It's a book I actually read every year at least once, because I find where I'm at in life, different things speak to me. But one of the things he talks about is acting as if. And it's not this sense of being inauthentic or pretending. It's just saying, I'm already here. I already feel the way I would once that arrives, right? Once my best body arrives. Choose your reality in every single minute by deciding that you are that person now. So if you no longer tolerate going to bed past 11 o'clock, okay, well then start. Then just do it. Start now. Right? If you decide, hey, I no longer tolerate beating myself up for having an indulgent meal. Well, then every time you have an indulgent meal, you have this choice, right? And if you're like, I am no longer available for the beatdown that I'm going to give myself for having pumpkin pie. I'm going to enjoy the pumpkin pie, or I'm not going to have it. Period. That's it. No beatdowns. Not available for it. Live into those moments now. Choose your reality in every minute. Practice self-compassion. Give yourself the grace that, I always say that's really important. And just guide yourself into the state to which you most desire in every moment, right? We perpetuate that. We shouldn't separate ourselves from it. So then we start to embody it. We start to exude it. It starts to become a part of what we're doing. So we're not separate from our acting as if. We are that person, right? Your vision is great, right? You can set it, forget it, and just live into the state of being that person now. Let me ask you one last question on this. That girl that has the rockin' body and the most exquisite health, the one that you're dreaming about becoming, how would she act at Thanksgiving dinner? She's at her ideal weight. She's glowing and radiant. She's vivacious. She's full of energy. She's wearing a freaking amazing outfit. She just feels great. How would she show up at Thanksgiving dinner? Then go be her. Go be her right now. Be her first. Act as if, right? Would that girl give herself a mental beatdown for having a slice of pie? Would that girl get into a fight with her mom because her mom is guilting her into eating, things that she doesn't want to eat? Right? Who is that woman? How is she showing up? And then go be her. Yay! Super exciting stuff. I hope this was helpful. I know it's going to be. Just do the work, right? That's it. You don't tolerate not making yourself a priority. So go and dig into this and allow it to transform you, because that's why you're here. You're seeking transformation. Don't tolerate anything less than getting it, because you deserve it. Love you guys.